Welcome back to my What If Twilight series that asks, what if Bella had been raised in Forks by Charlie? In my last video about this, I proposed that Bella could somehow fall in love with Edward anyway. She's raised by Charlie. She grows up with Jacob. She grows up with Rachel and Rebecca, his sisters, with his mom, Sarah, with Leah. She's a strong, independent woman. She has a sense of community. She knows about the cold ones, but none of them really believe those stories. And Edward comes on the scene and it's like a real enemies to lovers situation. The boys start transforming into werewolves. They figure out why. Bella's like, you're a cold one. Get out of here. You're doing this to my family. But then like the vampire thrall is just like too much for her. She can't resist it. And he can't resist her empty head. I want to say this is just one possibility. I'm going to be exploring every branch in a long form video on a different platform. But let's start back at the beginning. Let's say Bella doesn't fall in love with Jacob because they're just too close. It's a brother sister type thing. They try to date. They're like, oh my God, no, you're like my sister. No, still very much besties. But Bella is able to resist Edward as well and is like, I'm not having this either. Does this become a story about Bella navigating this supernatural world and maybe even still becoming a vampire so that she can be just as strong as her friends? Because do the boys still become wolves or do the Cullens leave immediately? If the Cullens stick around and they're like just adversaries, Bella could get turned by like Laurent, which to be honest, I always wanted Laurent to turn Bella. But in this scenario, does she like hate? Is she a self-loathing vampire? Does she become Edward because she's been raised with the boy, with the Quileute tribe, basically, who's been told they hate the cold ones? Is she like, I'm an evil, unnatural devil? Or is she like, I was born to be a vampire? Because if Bella remains Bella to her core, there's still going to be something like not quite right. Like she's still going to be destined in some way to be part of this supernatural world. And she can't become a werewolf because it's like not in her blood. Please help this story along, share, comment, give me more branches. Look for the long form content.